Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a brand new concealer from Cover FX. This is the Power Play Concealer. As a lot of you guys know, they recently released a Power Play foundation. I personally love that foundation. So when they came out with a companion, I knew that I wanted to review it. So what I did is I've worn this a few times. Yesterday I did a wear test for you guys with just this concealer alone so you guys could see how long it lasted. But then today, I went ahead and compared it up against one of my current favorites. It's the Born This Way Super Coverage from Too Faced. So before I get into everything, I'm going to give you guys the details about the concealer. So when you're looking at this little guy, it looks kind of small, but it's actually not. It has the same amount of product as the Tarte Shape Tape. Both of these have 10 milliliters. This one is $30 and it comes in 30 different shades. Going to the Cover FX website, it says it's naturally radiant, long wearing, crease proof, and blurs fine lines. It's full coverage. It's a conceal, contour, and highlight, so you can use this for all three if you would like. I just used it for concealing. It has next level pollution protection. There's also a picture on the website, so if you knew what foundation shade you wore, it will give you the shades that you could wear for highlight, contour, and everything side by side, and I'll insert that picture as well. In the foundation, I am the shade G30, but I've been wanting to lean a little bit more on the neutral side, especially underneath the eye, so I picked up N for Neutral Light 2. Now I'm going to get into the demonstration, and this is from yesterday. I had on a darker foundation. It's something that I was testing out. I have the same foundation on today, just different color, so it looks a little like stark, but it's just because my foundation is too dark for me at that time. So I applied the concealer underneath both of my eyes, and then like the little applicator on here, very strange. It's like a little ball at the end of it. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I mean, it does do the job. And then after that, I went ahead and I just blended it out with my Sonia Kashuk sponge, just one of the smaller ones. And I did a little close-up so you guys could see how it looked while it was unpowdered. And then I came back and I show you guys what it looks like when it's all finished. I think that this looks really smooth. I used my Huda powder to bake. Everything looks nice, doesn't look dry or anything like that. And it held up really well throughout the day. So at the 5-hour mark, I really hadn't noticed any kind of difference. I just think it looks nice and smooth. I don't see any kind of dryness at all. And then even at the 10-hour mark, unless you are really close up to my eyes, you're not going to notice that my eyes have gotten just a little bit drier. And that happens throughout the day with no matter what concealer, what eye cream, whatever I have underneath my eyes. It's going to look a little drier at the end of the day, but sometimes concealers can exaggerate that, and this did not do that. So I was very happy with the way this wore throughout the day and how it didn't make my pores look oily or anything. It lasted really nicely and stayed looking pretty darn smooth. Today I wanted to do a little bit of a comparison because I have been wearing this daily. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. I wanted to see how these compared side by side. And I gotta say that there's not a huge difference between them. I do still prefer, just, you know, based on initial application, the first time I've worn them side by side, I still prefer the Too Faced, but this one definitely held its own. I feel like this one was just a little bit smoother. The color, this one was a little bit more on the orangey neutral, where this one is a little bit more yellow, but still underneath my eyes, I don't feel like I see a big difference. They both look very smooth. I had to ask which eye looked better, and it took a flashlight to see which one looked better, and we agreed that the Too Faced one did look just a smidgen better, but honestly there wasn't a huge difference between the two. I find this to be non-caking. I don't find it to crease on me. If you notice in the side by side, this eye has a few little lines here that this one does not. That has nothing to do with the concealer. That's just my eye, so I want to make sure you guys know that. But not heavy, very natural looking, and I don't find it to be drying or anything like that. It's not overly hydrating, but naturally hydrating. I think it's really nice. So my verdict on this is that it's definitely a concealer to try. I think it is very, very nice, and I think it's even gonna work on somebody that has dry under eyes. If you liked this one, I think you might like this one. I don't think that if you've fallen in love with this, that you need to try this one, unless you're curious just like me. But I will say that the new Charlotte Tilbury might be even giving this one here a run for its money. I will let you guys know in an updated video, and I will continue to also use the Cover FX one. I just feel like there's concealer after concealer after concealer being released, but I am here for it, and I'm happy to say that this one is a nice one to try. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.